Hello again, Neo here, and welcome to another motorcycle feature. So right in front of you are two sport bikes from Aprilia. So this is the RS457 and the RS660. So today we'll just have a quick test ride, and yeah, let's see how this performs. Well, actually we brought this from our friend's house to here at Perea. Okay, so yeah, let's have a test. Let's do this. Let's go with the 457 first. You can already see the beautiful TFT display. So before this bike is warming up, let me show you the TFT display. This has a 5-inch TFT display. Yeah, just correct that. But it's very visible. The text, the font is very visible and is very legible. So the fuel indicator is in the lower left, the side stand indicator, the RPM, gear indicator is in the upper right. So one of the advantages of a RS457 is it has a ride-by-wire, and because it has ride-by-wire, it has ride modes. And because it has ride modes and ride-by-wire, you can purchase an aftermarket quick shifter.
Pwede ka mag-switch informational.
Oh, okay.
Battery voltage, trip meter. Next mo lang siya. Ito track, lap timer.
May lap timer.
Modes, alam mo lang kung paano palitan, diba?
Yeah, all good. Okay, thanks. Let's go with sport mode. And the side mirror is actually very familiar. If you're familiar with the Ninja 400 side mirror, it really looks like that. Okay. Let's go. So I'll be comparing this one to the SR450 of CF Moto. So for your turn indicator, there's actually lighting up, but it doesn't say if it goes left or right, because it blinks at the same time. How about finding neutral? There, you can actually feel it. And compared to the throttle response, this feels more active compared to the 450 SR, because the 450 SR is more forgiving in terms of the throttle pull. So, and because of the sport mode, I think it contributes well. I wonder what's that. And by the way, this is relatively new. It has really low odometer reading. It has low mileage. So I guess that's why it's blinking that like that. Yes, for the ergonomics, so this is similar to the SR450, and then let's provide a side-by-side comparison of the ergonomic triangle. So here you go. And for this ergonomics, it's really beginner friendly, because it's going to teach you how to properly grip the tank, your posture, fix it without actually suffering that much. It's quite higher compared to higher displacements, so it's more relaxed. For the engine heat, it's, yeah, this is only a 450cc engine, not much hot, it's not that hot. And then I think the screen is really informative. Here you can see the battery voltage, and then here you can see how much you need to go before you service the bike, your actual temperature, your engine temperature, Here's a trip meter. And then one thing I've noticed is you need to press the buttons a bit harder. And because this is light, it's only like 175 kilograms. This bike is light. Yeah, this is, the ergonomics is really manageable. And given this is a parallel twin, expect vibrations even at lower RPMs. And then finding neutral again. Let's go. Yeah, there's some like sweet spot. Okay, so for the suspension, it's doing fine. It's oriented for dual purposes, so you can use it on the road and the track as well. And then you can adjust it, so you can adjust the preload as you can see from here. And then for the back, you also have preload adjustments. And disclaimer, even though I said this is 175, if you're new to motorcycles, I can say that my perspective with weight is kind of distorted because I've been testing a lot of motorcycles with different displacements, different weight and different categories. So when I say this is light, if you're new, it might feel a lot heavier compared to small displacement motorcycles. So it would be best, what I really suggest all this time is, if you're looking at a bike or a motorcycle, it's always advisable to go to the dealership and have a seat on your admired or your desired motorcycle, because that's where you will always feel if the motorcycle is right for you. But again, so for the weight, if you're familiar with the similar displacements, this one is really light. And one of the key points that I like is it's ride-by-wire. It has a lot of tech. It can be a lot of bike for its price. For the tire width at the back, it's only 160 or 150, and then it kind of feels thin. So if I'm going to purchase one, I think I'm going to have the dual pipe, a dual tail pipe below the taillight. So an owner's insight is, please be careful with the battery of this one, as he encountered a battery discharge, so he had to get it replaced. Fortunately, the dealership granted his warranty claim and easily replaced the battery. Okay, so I tried shifting all the way to 6. Yeah, it's working fine. No clunks. So for my Z900 RS, when you reach the 5th gear, or the 6th gear, it actually has a very aggressive clunk, in which doesn't like it. I don't like it. So from stop, because this is a parallel twin. There's lots of torque, so expect it to be a very good commuter bike. And the posture again is not that aggressive. So yeah, I like this. If there's something I'm going to change, I think it would be better if I get this powder or sandblasted. I don't like the paint here and here. Anyway, so one of the biggest concerns back then was it doesn't have the protector here, and then there's some cover over here anyway. So okay, so for the controls, let's see over here. So you have your directional buttons, your passing light, and then your high beam. It kind of feels, yeah, it's fine, but when you're locking it on high beam, it feels kind of too soft. And then you have non-adjustable clutch lever, adjustable brake lever, and then on the right side you have your kill switch and starter, and then you have your ride modes. So let's see. This is illuminated, as you can see here, all of the buttons except for the passing light. And then for your display, you can see all of these features: ABS, the high beam, the neutral, the check engine, and then all of the other information can be seen on the screen itself. Yeah, not much heat produced. It's a good bike. It's an enjoyable one. So its brakes are by Bre. This is a sub company of Brembo. This is meant for the lower displacement motorcycles. So front and rear, you have a single disc brake on the front and a single disc brake at the rear. So both are by Bre. I'm not really a fan of this finish of the frame. I think it's like gloss coated or something. Yeah, it's like a primer gray. So it looks unfinished compared to the RS660. Yeah, thank you for watching. This is Neo. As always, ride safe and see you on the roads. See, even moving this bike around is really light.